Too many of our children are being given luxurious jails and dilapidated schools. Sclc, we must survive. We cannot stop there. As I prepare to leave you, here I am reporting for duty. I, for one, in this generation, am not going to let you down. I accept this responsibility to feed the hungry, to clothe the naked, to house the homeless, to care for those whom Jesus called the least of these. You will find your interim president standing firm in support of the fight to rid our world of the vestiges of racism, poverty, and war. I wonder, will you join me? I am committed to trumpeting the call for politicians to talk about bringing American jobs home from overseas like they talk about bringing American troops home from overseas. I am committed to call for an increase in the minimum wage that will decrease poverty, to level the playing field that will decrease racism. I, for one, will continue to fight to call our lawmakers in Washington, in Georgia, and all over the nation to make an investment in education a higher priority than investing in war and destruction. That's my commitment to you, Sclc. As we leave this convention, we know the road will not always be easy. These are some trying and difficult days, Judge Moore. We cannot give up. We cannot give in. I don't know about you, but I don't believe that God brought us this far to leave us now. As Sclc board members, we've got to hold our heads up high and hold on a little while longer. Because I just believe that we've been made endure for a night season. But if we hold on and don't give up, joy is coming in the morning. The question is asked tonight, can we win this fight? Well, I came by here to tell somebody tonight, not only can we win this fight, we will win this fight because God is on our side. And our God promised never to leave nor forsake us.
Come on.
As Sclc, we must fight with faith to join the ranks of those whom Dr. King called the creative dissenters. In his last address, Dr. King said, let us be the creative dissenters that will call our nation to a higher destiny, to a new plateau of compassion, to a more noble expression of humanity. Dr. King said, and by the thousands we will come. Many will wonder where we are coming from. Our only answer will be that we're coming out of great trials and tribulations. Some of us will come from Mississippi, some of us from Alabama, some of us from Georgia, some of us from Cleveland, but we're all coming from the same condition. We'll all be seeking a city whose builder and maker is God. If we do this, we may be able to speed up that day when all of Sclc will be able to say we're all God's children. We're made in his image. And on this day, I can hear the cloud of witnesses leaping and hollering for joy. But then we must never forget our faith.
Come on, sir.
We still serve God, who has the world wrapped in the palm of his hand. It's going to be the nail in Sclc's coffin. But I came out here to tell somebody tonight that we know the